Have you ever wondered, should you start a podcast? You see podcasts everywhere, podcasts. But the key is with starting a podcast, how can you be distinctive? How can you be different? And we're going to talk about that in this session today. You may be night, morning, wherever you are, this information is here from you. If you're checking us out on my channel, welcome to the channel. I am Dr. Renee Sunday, the platform builder. You know what you need to do. Like, share, hit that notification, hit that bell so you can know what's really going down over here. Okay, just to let you know, I am Dr. Renee Sunday, the platform builder. And so what that is, I help small business owners, guess what? To be seen, be heard, and get paid. Increase your visibility, okay? Yes. And we do that mostly through podcasting, publishing, and media exposure. Because you got to be heard, you got to be seen in order to hear the ching ching, okay? So we're going to talk about it. You know, in this season right now, you need to share your voice. Yes, you've been planning on writing a book. You've been planning on starting an online course. You've been planning on trying to start the podcast. You've been planning all of this stuff. You know, one of my coaches actually say, do it ugly. And what she's saying is, she's actually saying we need to start it because guess what? It would never, and I'm going to say never be perfect because we're not perfect, right? But guess what? Somebody right now needs your solution. Someone right now needs your transformation. Somebody right now is praying and is hoping and pleading that someone answer their question, solve their problem, and do it in an authentic way, number one. And number two, be genuine and then really get them the results. That's what's going on. And you are the only one that actually can do that. But I want to talk about in this session, yes, in this session, how to create a podcast that's truly distinctive. How are we going to do that, Dr. Sunday? Well, I'm glad you joined us. Well, first of all, I always go back to my third grade teacher, Miss McNair. I always start out with a definition. And so that's what I do in my life and in my business and with my clients. The definition of a podcast, you hear it, podcast, everywhere podcast, you know, it's over 550,000, and I did say 1,000, over on iTunes, okay? And so a podcast, in my opinion, is a tool, T-O-O-L, or a medium where you can share your message with the world. You know, certain platforms have rules and regulations, right? You can do your podcast when you want to. You can do it. I want you to really do it. We're going to talk about this more than once a month, okay? But you know what? You can make your rules and regulations, meaning you can make your format, meaning you can actually do it when you have the pleasure. But the key is always to see how you're going to be able to transform someone's life. You're going to be able to, guess what? This is what I want you to do. You want to also be able to monetize a thing. So welcome. I want to welcome you in. So we got the definition, Dr. Sunday. We know what the podcast. Now, the reason I can talk about this, I started off in syndicated radio in about 2013, and then I transformed fully over into podcasting. My podcast started off as Good Deeds, and we still have Good Deeds Magazine and Good Deeds Television. If you want to be part of that, let us know. But we do have transformed in 2016 my podcast over to the Dr. Renee Sunday Show podcast, okay? And the reason we did that, we had an amazing sponsor that loved my name, which most people love, Dr. Sunday, right? But they pay for the whole thing, okay? So sometimes when sponsors come in, you know, everybody want a sponsor, right? But sometimes they actually want to make a suggestion. And that suggestion didn't bother me because, you know, it is what it is. I was okay changing that, okay? So we have the Dr. Renee Sunday podcast, okay? So what I want you to do is, we know the definition. We got the definition of a podcast, right? The next thing is we need to know Well, Dr. Sunday, okay, I already have an existing brand. We're going to put that on one side. And then someone may say, I'm just starting up. Well, my expertise is actually, I love startup. I love startup business. I love people that don't know what to do in a podcast, don't know what to do in a business, don't know what to do in a magazine. I'm your girl, as you say. Okay. Well, this is what we're going to do. The first thing is we need to make sure, guess what? We need to make sure that we ready. And I know everything I do, number one, let me put it in the chat. Let me put number one. We need to have the right mindset. And the reason I said it, people said, that's Sunday, you said it in everything. Well, yeah, in everything you do, you have to have the right mindset. You need to believe that you're going to be able to do this. You got to believe in yourself, because I went through it. I went through the self-sabotaging thing. Okay. I am a board certified anesthesiologist. I still practice anesthesia, okay? But guess what? Anesthesia, I know you're going to be hard to think. Anesthesia was easy compared to being an entrepreneur. Well, as being an anesthesia, I am an entrepreneur in a certain sense. But let me let you know, when I meet a patient, I say, I'm Dr. Renee Sunday. I'm your anesthesiologist. I want to say 10 out of 10, but nothing's 10 out of 10, okay? But being born and dying, right? So I'm going to say 9.5 or 9.12. I haven't had a patient say they don't want me to do the anesthesia. Sometimes I meet the patients and 1 minute before the procedure, sir, 5 minutes before. I mean, really going over 5 minutes is a leisure, okay? And some patients, if it's a trauma, they don't even know I'm their anesthesiologist, because we in the mode of saving their lives. The biggest challenge, people love to ask me this when they interview, what is my biggest challenge when I went full from the things that being an anesthesiologist and being all the things that I have been trusted to as an entrepreneur, is one, I had to adjust to people watching you for 20 years. I ain't gonna say it, not 20 years, but people watching you for 2 or 3 years to purchase something for $7. I know that's an ouch, but y'all coaches, authors, artists, y'all know what I'm talking about. People watch you instead of invest. See, that's not my personality. If I see something that I need, that I even want, I make it happen. Because everybody else, you do what you want to do. Let me put it that way. And you have to be careful with people trying to take your kindness for weakness, because guess what? When they get that idea about the devotional, when they get that idea about coaching, when they get that idea for online, when they get that idea for podcasting, they gonna monetize it, right? They gonna make as much money as they can that they know. So coaches, authors, charge your worth. I had to go through that, but mindset on a daily basis, you got to have the right mindset. Okay, you got that. And I work on personal development. Let me not get it twisted. I work on personal development, keeping myself motivated. Every hour I have an affirmation come to my phone. I be around like-minded people that actually push me over the cliff in a good way, meaning out of my comfort zone. But I make sure I work on my mindset. So we got to do that before we even say we're going to start a podcast, before we going to even do an online business, before we going to actually do a Facebook Live, before we even going to take on our first client. So that's number one. I know you don't want to hear that, but people, it's going to bring you back, because I know I did the self-sabotage thing. I got a master class on that too, if you want to learn how to get out of self-sabotaging. Okay. Now, number two, okay, Dr. Sunday, we got our mind right. Now, okay, I'm going to write this in the chat. Then we got to make sure we have the right commitment, okay? Are we dedicated to do the job? Are we dedicated to do the podcast? Because, with the Dr. Renee Sunday show, we are live Monday and Thursday, every Monday and Thursday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A lot of people do join in live, but guess what? In this tasking, everybody doing something. So they gonna mostly check you out on your archives, okay? So don't get offended if you only have one person live, two people live. If you don't have anybody live, they gonna check you out when you upload it on iTunes, when you put it on YouTube, when you put it on your website, when you share it on social media. because everybody's doing 2 or 3 things at one time. They driving, or they talking on the phone, or they cooking dinner, lunch, or breakfast, or they taking care of the kids, help them with the homework. They got the bulb in their ear, they listen to the podcast, or they at the gym, or they working out at their home gym. Whatever the case, they may be in transportation, on a subway, on a bus, train, whatever. See what I'm saying? Multitasking. But you, as the podcast host, and this applies for everything. Okay, I'm a life coach, Dr. Sunday. I want my first client. Okay, then, but you still got to have number 1 and number 2. You got to have the right mindset. You got to have the dedication. You got to have that. Okay, Dr. Sunday, I'm ready. I got the number 1. I got number 2. Okay, number 3 is, what you gonna name your podcast? As I made a reference earlier, we started out in syndicated radio with Good Deeds. I still have the trademark for that. Okay, amen. And then we transferred over because we got a major sponsor that actually takes care of everything we do with the Dr. Renee Sunday podcast. So what is the name? What is the name of the podcast? Okay, I actually have a free tool that actually takes care of that. Look down at the videos below. We actually made a reference for that. But what we gonna name it? Now you need to make sure nobody else had the name, because I made a reference. It's over 550,000 other podcasts. So you got to make sure you're not infringing on somebody else, because they're gonna send you a cease and desist letter. Okay, all right. Yeah, this day and world, you got to have copyright. Okay, you got to have trademark, other thing. Okay, all right. So we already, for you just coming in, we talking about, okay, Dr. Sunday, I want to create a podcast that's distinctive, but we got to start with ourselves. We got to start with the mindset. We got to start with the dedication. We got to welcome. We got to start, no matter what it is. If you're doing a class, if you're doing a membership, and if anybody interested, we do have a membership called Rev CEO. That's REV, like Reverend CEO, because a lot of people, especially women, have trouble saying, okay, when do I do ministry and when do I do entrepreneurship? Well, I can tell you about that because I had to go through that myself. Okay, so we do. If you inbox us, I give you the link for that. In regards of that, or go to our website. It's called the RC membership. So we actually meet every month, and we give you tools and strategies to, be seen, be heard, get paid. That's the most economical way if you want to actually work with me. Okay. I'm gonna keep it real. Okay. All right. But anyway, let me get on with this. Okay. So this the thing that we need to do. Welcome everybody coming on in. Thank you. Make sure you like and share this information. So, okay, Dr. Sunday, we already, our mindset, we working on it every day. We promise we're going to work on it every day. Number 2, we're going to say we dedicated, because don't start something that you're really not passionate about and you're not going to stick to it. Okay. I did make a reference. I've been in media since 2013. I'm so honored to be part of the NFL. We're part of the NFL with the media. We're part of Bishop Jakes when he has his live events. We actually was part of Oprah Winfrey when she did her tour. You see what I'm saying? Okay, we interviewed Susie Orman, so many of them, Roland Martin. The list go on and on and on, right? You can check it out on our website, all that on there. Okay, ReneeSunday.com. If you want to, let me put that in there right quick. ReneeSunday.com. Y'all so funny. The people on Periscope say that I'm funny. But okay, so okay. I have my name, Dr. Sunday. Okay, if you need help with the name, of course, we have a class. Let me put this up right quick. We do have, let me put this up right quick. If you said, Dr. Sunday, I want to just start with the checklist. Okay, so you can go get that little checklist and it'll give you the information going step, boom, 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 of starting your podcast. Okay. Then, if you want to go a little further, we do actually have a master class that actually goes a little deeper in what I'm just talking about, what we just was talking about in regards of how you name it, all that. Okay. Then you said, Dr. Sunday, I have an idea, but I need you to help us. Okay. So that information is at podcast, podcast profit formula, because we got to monetize this thing. Okay. Let me make sure I spelled that right. Podcastprofitformula.com. Okay, so go to that. Okay, share that with your friend, because you've been talking about starting a podcast. Okay, I'm here to help you. Okay, all right. So the next thing is, okay, Dr. Sunday, I got the name. Okay, Well, what format you gonna do? Okay, what format you got? Okay, organization, strategic planning is very important. Okay, very important, very important. So what we gonna do? Okay, Dr. Sunday, the next thing is we need, I think that's number 4. I may be off on the number. What format that you going to do for your podcast? Okay, are you going to do it? And there's 2 arms to the podcast, or the formatting of it. Are you going to do it twice a week, once a week? You're going to do it every morning. I have a friend that actually does it every morning, 5 minutes, morning motivation, 5 minutes, boom, you're gone. Okay. Well, we do it twice a week. We've done radio. We was doing that twice a week. It works very well for my platform. Okay. So you please promise me that you're going to do it more. Okay. Please do it more than once a month. Okay. Please do it more than once a month. Y'all promise. Okay. Okay. So the next thing, if you're just coming in, we're talking about how to create your podcast that's going to be different. That's going to be distinctive from somebody else. Okay. It's going to be different anyway, because it's you and nobody can do you just like you. So mine is not going to be like anybody else, because I'm uniquely and wonderfully made, and you are as well. So number 5, Dr. Sunday, number 5. Okay, after we do the format, okay, in the class we do talk about what equipment you need to have. But if I'm throwing a name out because I'm an Apple girl, you know, it works. All the stuff that they have actually works. Okay. You know, it is what it is. Okay, it is what it is. It works because you got to have something, especially if you're going to end up doing video with your podcast. You got to have increased broadband. Okay, that means high speed internet, and that also means you got to have a device that you can actually do your thing. Okay, sometimes we use webcams, sometimes we don't. It depends on the lighting. Okay, y'all see how cute my lighting is? I'm in the hot ATL. You know, sometimes it actually is too bright. Sometimes it actually, it's raining or whatever. You got to make sure you have that lighting right. And that's the thing. If you're doing your lives on the book, you got to make sure that is too. Okay. All right. So you know how to drop down and get these you see what that is. You see what the links are. Okay. All right. Number 6, we ain't gonna be on here long. I just wanted to come in here. Okay. I got the right equipment, Dr. Sunday, because I took your master class. I took your podcast profit formula. I even did a VIP session with it because I want this thing done in 2 or 3 weeks. Okay. Because I got to get out here. I want this thing established. Okay. And I want to establish quick. So number 6. Okay. I got the equipment. And then Dr. Sunday, something missing. Okay, if I'm gonna do the interview type, okay, how I'm gonna get guests? Oh Lord, well, I have a class on that of how to get guests, but let me give you some pointers. If you look at your cell phone right now, you got plenty of people in your cell phone. Number 2, you have plenty of people on the book, on all these different platforms, social. You got guests. Because people, if they were wise, if they have a business, any kind of, even in music industry, even in landscaper, what they need to do is they need to be seen, be heard, and get paid. See what I'm saying? So they need to be on some type of media outlet. They need to be in the radio. They need to be in podcasts. They need to be in, guess what? Magazines. They need to be in what? Television. All those things. Okay. Now the next thing. I'm almost done. Okay, Dr. Sunday, I got the gas, so we ready to rock and roll. So you need to get it. You need to monetize it. How you making the money? Now we do a class that we talk about that, monetizing. But let me just give you a hint. You got to make sure that you actually know how. You need to know how to monetize your brand. Okay. How are you doing it? I mean, are you getting people to advertise? Are you getting sponsors? We actually take you through all that in the podcast profit formula, and you can go to that link and get more information on that. But some questions coming in over from Periscope. Okay, but let me make a reference on that. I think I answered that, but they said how often I do my podcast. It's twice a week. I want you to at least do it once a week. Now in the podcast profit formula, we take you through how you can do that, how you can actually get what I call batch shows together, because a majority of ours in this season right now, at the time of this recording, are pre-recorded. Okay. And so I really like for my students to have at least 5 to 10 shows already together, already edited, already got the flyers, et cetera, before they even launch, because it makes it more easier to actually, you won't be as nervous. You won't be, what's going on? And so that's what I suggest when I do, and it works well for that. Okay. So if you just joining in, we went over just what you need to do, how to create a podcast that's truly distinctive, how it's truly different. First of all, you got to work on yourself, and that's in anything, whatever you're doing, masterclass, coaching, consultant, whatever you're doing. First of all, running for office, you got to have the right mindset. Number 2, you got to have dedication. Number 3, what you gonna name it, and that's even with a coaching. What you gonna name your coaching? Okay, and then the next thing is after that. Okay, what format we're going to use? And I always have to say as the last thing, and then you're going to get gas. Number 7, you got to make money. But the most important thing that I have learned in life, I have learned this in everything I do, you need to have a mentor or a coach. You need to have a mentor or a coach. Okay, so I'm here to give you, I do give a lot of free information, complimentary information on my platform, but really and truly so you can know the mistakes that I did, so you won't do the same, right? Don't do the same mistakes I did. So we actually lessen that curve to get stuff done. If you want to have a profitable business, you got to invest in yourself. I know you've heard that from people all the time, but it actually is true. Okay, I have heavily invested in myself to get to where I am and going further. But I always go to the people that's already doing it and that's successful. Okay, a lot of people can put stuff on the social, and behind the scenes they're a hot mess. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Okay, all right. It was one more question from Periscope. Yes, I do. I am a publisher as well. We publish pretty much all books except erotica. We don't do erotica, and look up that genre if you're not familiar. But we actually we pretty much do that. We do have master classes of showing you how to write an ebook, how to write a what's the other one? Devotional, and how to take a sermon or a talk to a book. So we have all those things available. So I just wanted to jump on. If you're ready to start your podcast, you've been talking about it all weekend. You've been talking about it all week, all month. Start off with the podcast checklist. If you said, Dr. Sunday, I want to fast pace this thing, well, go on all the way to podcast profit formula. If you want to do a one-on-one situations, we have those available. I'll let you know about the details of that. And I'm so glad that you joined us. For this session. But really what I want you to do is to realize that you do have a calling. You do have a reason you're born. You're not a mistake. No matter what you thought in the past, or what you're thinking right now, or what has happened to you in the past, or what someone else has said to you in the past, because I'm including in this, we have to do 3 things. We have to believe, we have to trust, and we have to walk this thing out. We got to walk it out. We got to don't stop. Y'all know what I say. Don't stop. Get it. And what are we getting? We're getting our purpose, and we're getting our purpose now. Okay. We got to monetize the thing. We got to be seen, be heard, and get paid. All right. Don't forget to like and share, comment. If you have questions, let me know. DM us. Okay. If you're on YouTube, you know what you need to do. Hit that subscribe button. Okay. And then hit the bell notification so you'll know when I go live. All right. Talk to you guys later. Woo-hoo. Have a good one. Bye-bye.